Now then, Friday again, thank God. It's been a long but short week this week, and there's been ebbs and flows, ups and downs as always. I actually got around to watching some of my older videos back for the past couple of months, which is something that I've tapered off doing. Obviously, I shouldn't have done that. But over the last few weeks, as I say, I've been feeling less and less inclined to make them. I'm not going to stop by any means, but it's been progressively more difficult to kind of talk about the things that I wanted to talk about without saying too much. Perhaps it would have been better to do these videos in hindsight as anonymous and not tell anybody about them. And that way it would have been a little bit easier to talk about those things because nobody knows you at that point. Or perhaps make them hidden or whatever, but yeah. And I think I've got progressively worse rather than better at speaking to camera. I definitely need to do more of the out and about stuff again, which is something that I've stopped doing as much. Just because of like necessity and time, really. Time, as I've talked about in recent videos, is a commodity that I'm massively short of. I just do not have enough time to do all of the things to the level that I want to do them to, which I really struggle with. Like, I genuinely try my hardest with everything. And that's a personal flaw that I need to get over, that sometimes done is better than perfect. And I know that. But I struggle with it massively. Professionally, personally, in all facets of my life. So that's something that I'm definitely going to go work on, I think, next year. I don't know what I need to pare back on. But I was talking last night with a friend, like while we were playing. No, in fact, we were recording the podcast, and it was while we were just having a break to have some food. That I think I'm oversaturated with stuff to do, not physical stuff, but I'm oversaturating myself with things, and I can't let go of that stuff that I want to do. And it feels like, as you get older, you realize the finality of things, and it's like, well, I've not done that, but I really want to do this thing, and it's kind of balancing out which is the more important thing that you want to do. And one of the other things that I definitely have an issue with is putting artificial deadlines on myself. But as I was chatting with my friend last night, it came as a realization to me that he struggles with exactly the same thing, but he seemingly needs those deadlines just to just to motivate himself to get things done. And I wonder if that's the same with me. I have those deadlines because if I don't, I'll procrastinate and not do the things. I'll think about all of the things that I can do, and then I'll obsess about structuring things in a certain manner to allow me to optimize the delivery of those things when I could just be doing them. And I don't need to over-processify or over-complicate every single thing to the point that I'm building a system or trying to turn everything into a massive project, which I do because that's just my personality and I can't help it. I don't necessarily want to change because I think that would fundamentally change who I am as a person. And I really don't want to do that. I like, for the most part, who I am, but I can see how it is prohibitive in a lot of things. And I don't see a way out of that because of the lack of time, short of being independently wealthy. So yeah, that's quite a deep one, isn't it, for today? I'm just having a few minutes while I kind of get my thoughts before I go into. I've got a lunch meeting, so I've had an early lunch before I go into that meeting, and these are the kind of things that I've been reflecting on since last night. And now, when I go into my painting space downstairs, into my home studio, there's a wodge of things that there's not a wodge of things. No, that's lying, but there's a few things that I really want to change. And I'm noticing it more this year than I did last year. And I don't know if it's because like the average temperature for this point in the year is lower this year than it was last year, but it's cold in there. So I'm going to accelerate the plans to kind of hopefully get the tiling on the wall. So like I've got like these carpet tiles, but I've put on the walls all the way around. So it's a nice kind of black box room. And I want to move my paint racks and get like standard ones. So it's not a huge amount of investment, but it's something that I was hoping to get done over Christmas, but there's not going to be enough spare money with all of the things to buy for Christmas and stuff that's come up. But that's definitely something I want to work on. Depending on if I get any cash for Christmas, I might plump down to B&Q and grab some more of those tiles and see if there's any small shelves. So it looks nice in the background of my videos and stuff down there, but also adds a bit of extra insulation to the wall, because it was like bloody cold down there on Wednesday night when I went into the point. I'm like, I'm not going to stand in here and paint. Could have put the heating on in there, but nah, that's I'm too much of a Yorkshireman for that. So yeah, there we are. That's I'm trying to be a bit more positive today and not whinge about stuff. So there we go. Some interesting thoughts for you, and I'm going to leave it there for today. Got a busy weekend coming up. Busy few weekends, in fact, all the way up to Christmas now. So yeah, won't be having a lay-in at all this weekend. Just going to crack on with things, get up at the normal time, and hopefully get through everything that I need to get done. Right, folk, I will see you on the other side. Catch you tomorrow. I'm going to perhaps do one out and about, take the old Pocket 2 with me and see how that goes. Pocket 3 is coming out soon. Really excited for that. Will not be getting a Pocket 3 because don't really need one, and one isn't a thing for this one, but yeah. Anyway, that's a future video, future one to talk about. I'll see you on the other side. Have a good one.